Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally seeing the fallout of what's happening over the Helldivers 2 situation. A lot of people are highly upset over what's going on, and rightfully so. Whether you are on the camp of, oh, it's not a big deal, or whether you're on the camp of, this is absolutely a big deal, at the end of the day, you're going to have to make your decision about what you want to do, because it looks like a company that took your money that now you cannot refund the game because you played for too long. Now they basically took your money and ran and are forcing you to make a decision in order to keep playing the game or not that wasn't there in the first place. So
put it in!
You're facing the wrong way, sir.
All right, give me the money!
now we have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Helldivers 2 players threaten to quit game after developer announces mandated PlayStation Network account linking. It is the most stupid thing in the world, and I'm telling you, the people out there, like I said in my last video, who are trying to say, oh, it's not a big deal, it doesn't matter, those are the people who either have like a 3-year Steam account who just became a PC gamer, or they maybe don't even have a PC, maybe they're just strictly a PS5 player, and they don't understand, not realizing that there's certain countries out there that don't have PSN, not realizing that there's certain PC gamers that don't have PlayStations. Yeah, it's very amazing. It has to be the most amazing thing in the world to have your world view be the only world view, right? Like there's no such thing as anything else in the world other than you, and you can't understand why it's not a big deal because it doesn't affect you. What a fucking loser take. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, I said in my last video, and I'm gonna say it again, my biggest issue with this is that I am tired of Sony especially, but let's talk about all companies, but Sony especially, since they're the ones doing it twice now. I am tired of the absolute ridiculous bait and switch that happens after people buy the game. It's not like Helldivers came out yesterday. It's not like Helldivers came out 3 days ago. Helldivers has been out for a while now, and all of a sudden you are now trying to bait and switch people after you've taken their money, after you've taken their time, after they've invested thousands of, no, well, not thousands, but probably hundreds of hours into Helldivers, have high-level characters, maximum investment. That's when you want to do this? That's when you want to pull the trigger and make it mandatory all of a sudden, because you know that people are going to be so invested that they're going to be like, oh, I really don't want to lose my character, blah, blah, blah. You know that. You're such a piece of shit for doing that. It says Helldivers 2 is facing a mass exodus from the popular game after it announced that it would require Steam players to link a PlayStation account to their Steam. We already talked about this. No need to go over this again. It says numerous players indicated that they would stop playing the game given the linking was mandated. As such, it appears Sony Interactive Entertainment and Arrowhead Game Studios, the developers of the game, have locked the thread on Steam. I'm not surprised. Of course they're going to lock the thread because they don't want to have you discuss this. They don't want anybody to be talking about this. It says John Golderos wrote future desertion of Helldivers 2 in less than a month. Adios. Squish8294 says, I don't have a PlayStation account, nor do I fucking want one. I will seek a refund for this if a PSN account is enforced. You're already using a trash anti-cheat on a PvE game. It's like Sony doesn't want PC players to play their most popular title. Literally 100 to 0 in 3 weeks. I, for one, cannot imagine players will tolerate being forced to create a Sony account just to play Helldivers 2 when that is not required for God of War, Monster Hunter World, or Armored Core 6. And that's what I said in my last video. This particular game, this one game, which happens to be their most popular PC release to date, I believe anyway, to this scale, at least for a multiplayer game, this is the one that they chose to suddenly make it mandatory, where every other game, it was not mandatory. This is the one, because they know that they want to try to get as many customers, or, you know, not even customers, because they're not going to be buying anything, but they want to have as many accounts to PSN as possible. And I'm telling you guys right now, I said this in my last video, and I'll say it again because I speak twice. I don't give a fuck. There is no way I'm going to risk my 20-year Steam account by attaching it to PSN, right? Like, I have a PlayStation, I have a PSN. I'll take that risk with that separate account, but there's no fucking way I'm linking my 20-year Steam account on PlayStation. I refuse to do that. That is just not going to happen. You guys are anything but safe. You guys are anything but, like, you get hacked so much, it's ridiculous. PlayStation, it's literally a comedy at this point, how much the PSN network gets hacked. So nobody should feel safe having their Steam account attached to a PSN. It's just stupid. It says Pyomaz9 wrote, can you explain to me how selling my personal data to Sony PlayStation will make me safer? I play on PC and don't want to have an additional account with my personal data anywhere else, whether it takes a minute or 10. This further exposes me to having my data stolen. I find the claim that it's about security and protecting the community to be cynical, lowbrow ploy to target my baser instincts, and it is scandalous. It is. It is. The entire thing is to try to, listen, whenever they're like politicians, right? Whenever they want to do something that is absolutely going to fuck you, they're going to try to hide it behind safety, right? Because that word safety, that's their go-to word to try to make you feel as if they're doing something in your best interest, right? Even though we know and everybody else knows that every decision that Sony does is always in their best interest. It's not for the consumer. It's what's going to be beneficial to Sony, what's going to be beneficial to PSN Network, what's going to help them in the long run. So yeah, this is not about making it safer for you. They don't give a fuck about making it safer for you. They want complete control over everything that has to do with Helldivers. They want your information. They want your Steam account information. They want to be able to ban you at a whim. They want, like, that's what it's about. It has nothing to do with anything else. Fuck that safety nonsense. It's bullshit. Only Lyrics wrote, and with that, the game is dead. That was fast. Nam and I posted, well, that's pretty fucking stupid. Game is perfectly fine as it is. I agree, it is. Nobody ever complained that this game was bad. This was a rocking game. Everybody was having fun with it. I played it. Everybody on YouTube's been playing it. It's a great game. Deserve to play it. Jack the Sipper added, if this goes through, a lot of people will decide that the game is not worth it. I'm one of them. What a pain in the ass. I don't want my shit linked even if I already have one. Fuck you, whoever made this decision. Posted Keeps. Kiev the Dragon wrote, not interested. You'll be seeing falling player accounts that may be difficult to recover from if you push this change. Now this game may very well have a death date and it's June 4th. The community is frustrated with balancing because it feels sometimes as if the devs don't even play their own game. Now the ironic thing is that this game has been getting roasted because of the patches they've been coming out with, and apparently they're struggling to have balance issues, and they tend to make the game a little bit worse as things go on. Besides all that, you picked a hell of a time to do this. It says the player added, if I see the team fixing game-breaking glitches and ensuring the mechanics behave as expected consistently, and then I'll have more confidence in the development direction of the game. As it stands, it's beginning to feel more and more like there's no clear communication between the issues the average players experience and the issues that the team is prioritizing. Beer Chan posted, this seems like a terrible idea. I really enjoyed the game, but requiring us to link our Steam to a non-PC platform to continue playing, that sounds like trying to play an Ubisoft game that launches some of the launch in a log in before you can even play. Whatever reason the devs have for this, why it would seem like a good idea, don't seem like they fully outweigh how bad of a blow this could be to their overall active player count. Even if it's a simple process to link accounts, and no matter how much I enjoy a game, I won't be arbitrarily signing up for more junk like this, selling my data, further clogging my emails, or having to create and remember burner accounts. Listen, guys, I don't care about any of that. I don't care about any of that. For me, the biggest issue is linking a Steam account that I have a lot of investment in to a company that is known to be hacked more than any other company in existence that I could think of. Honestly, like there's just no fucking way. I absolutely refuse to risk a 20-year Steam account with hundreds of games on it with Sony. Like, Sony doesn't care about your information. Sony absolutely has been hacked many times before. Sony has been sued many times before and lost, and has had to pay out a ton of money from their lawsuits. There's no way you're telling me to give you my 20-year Steam account. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. So a lot of the people who are saying this is not a big deal are the ones who are probably just playing on PS5. And to those people, hey, it's not a big deal because it doesn't matter. You're playing on PS5. But for PC players that don't have a PlayStation and don't want to use Sony as a means to protect their information, yeah, I can't exactly blame them either. And a lot of people being disingenuous, like, oh, just sign up for the account. It's easy. Yeah, it's easy until you get fucked. Then it's not easy. Then what are you going to do? Oh, nothing, because it doesn't affect you. That's why it doesn't matter for you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.